This is the first time I've actually vocalized this to anybody. It's kind of, and I'm going to get emotional because it's just really tough to go through.
Coon Rapids has had 3,900 foreclosures since 2008. And the percentage of vacant properties has increased by nearly 350%.
I'd like to address council under open mic.
My name is Jeanie Johnson. I'm formerly of 11672 Butternut Street here in Coon Rapids. Well, I had my house foreclosed on. My husband's a leader in the community. He's a pastor. And instead of letting staff go at our congregation, where would they get a job? He just took a voluntary half-cotton salary. We tried to refinance our house. The bank said no. Then I lost my job. Then we tried to sell it. And we had buyers, and the bank said no, they weren't paying enough for our house. Which is very interesting because they wouldn't accept $230, but after it was foreclosed on, they took it for $170.
There are 980 other cities across the nation that have passed an ordinance similar to what we were proposing for Coon Rapids. The first started in California. Minneapolis has a similar setup, a registration process.
My name is Jefferson Fitek. I live at 1917 113th Avenue. Spoke at the Coon Rapids City Council meeting about concerns about foreclosures and how the big banks are making the cities and the taxpayers take the burden of these empty homes, and trying to offer some solutions to make them more accountable and more willing to work with families. I am a school teacher, so I have seen a lot of families unfortunately have to leave this area because they have lost their homes, and a number of families who went from being homeowners to now being renters in the communities. Basically, the cities would create a system where every time a bank forecloses on a property, that they would have to pay what it would cost to maintain and take care of that property while it sits empty. The hopes are that it would then motivate banks to be more willing to work with families, to come up with real solutions and more realistic payment plans versus what appears to be just this sort of sense of, well, you can't get us the money, so we're kicking you out.
And the message that we're here to say is that the city can do something about this. And it's a very small, straightforward step for this large problem, and it will help ease the burden on the taxpayers.
For us to lose our homes is kind of our hearth thing. You know, it's really tough. And to walk away from that mortgage was the hardest thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. And you know, you don't expect to go through this in your 50s.